We're back in Walmart again. I was in here a couple days ago and they had paint, but I thought it was a little too expensive. But I don't have any paint at home, and I did make the mistake of leaving it in my shed overnight. And I guess they might have the same one. I'm looking for this farm green in a semi-gloss. Well, it's called Farm Fresh. Semi-gloss. Grab and go, grab and go. Let's see the price of the semi-gloss. Price of the flat. This paint used to be $19 for this. This used to be $11.99. Oh well. Ready to go. I think that what this project really needs is, as you can see, structurally it's really nice. There's glass on the side and glass on top, which is removable. These can come out, which I will, because I'm going to paint it. I'm not going to paint the bottom. We're leaving that cherry wood look. But as you can see on here, that it has weathered somewhat. And inside you can see those lights. I just don't think that they're necessary, and they're kind of take up room. And someone added this table to the side. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. Well, you know, I suppose I'd leave that up to whomever might buy it. The manufacturer's over here, CMS, and they call themselves, well, let me get my cheaters on here, pretending I can read something like that. Creative Merchandise Systems. Excellence in supermarket display fixtures. So, having already read that, that reminds me that slipped my mind that this was, I guess, maybe it was used in the supermarket. My neighbor has no idea where it came from originally. I think she bought it from somebody, and she intended to use this as a grow, kind of a grow terrarium for plants, vegetables, but it's really not that great. I mean, it's just not enough room. There's lights up here and over there, and I don't think they're grow lights. Maybe, I can't tell. Maybe I take one of these bulbs out, these tubes, I should say. They're GE, made in Canada. Let's see. Cover guard. Well, they're made so that they don't break. Oh, I see. Now they can break, but this plastic piece around it will protect it from shattering all over everything. So that's maybe well, I don't even know why they would have lights in a supermarket, because supermarket's always on. But maybe you can see those lights. I turned it on one time. I didn't think it was that bright. They're coming out. This is staying natural under here. The wheels, I'm just going to polish them up a little bit, and this is going to get painted a color called farm green, because we're going to sell it as, feature it, kind of sell it as a garden cart. The sun was very bright today. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get busy, and I'm going to take all this off, all these lights off first, and then we'll get busy painting it. This may be a 2-day project. I don't know how hard it is to get these lights out of here, because I think I intend to take the panes out of here too, because I don't know if that's actual glass. I think that might just be plexiglass, which is great if it is. That way I can just take it out without worrying about breaking it, but it just screws in. I had to remove these this frame before I really wanted to. I was going to do this anyway for easy painting. They numbered the pieces, which was I was going to do, so that they go back in the right one. See the corresponding, you know, there's 3 there, that says 4. Of course, here they are right here, and this is 2 top. So they're marked very well. So that's going to make my job a lot easier. What I just did is a big note. I left this pane in here without support. You enjoy the scenery of our acreage here. We have guys over there in the woods. You can't see them, they're riding motorcycles. They have a whole track. Their house is way back in there. Our new neighbors next door, same house, new neighbors. They don't have motorcycles, but the one back there, I don't know if you can see. Kind of see it through the woods. You may even see one's riding right through right now. They're real nice kids, but man, are their bikes loud. See, right between our 2 properties here is what they call a paper trail. And what it is, across the street is a road that's called, they call it 5th Avenue. And this is an extension of that road. Whether they will ever pave it and make it a real road, I don't know. But because out there, there's train tracks. So they'd have to cut in, you know, make a thing to go over the tracks and all that. But anyway, that's a little bit of our property. But back to this project here. I got almost all the lights out. I had to take the panes out because I couldn't reach the screws that were holding these things in. I don't want to destroy them, even though I'm not going to be using them. I don't want to destroy them. I better take this one out. These are safety tubes. I may just put that whole, this whole circuit, because it plugs in. They kind of like, see they have these plugs? They kind of will go on and on and on if you want, depending on how much you want to light up something. These are the covers from where the wire was. So it was well thought out. So this was not added, this was manufactured. So I'm going to get the rest of these lights out, and let's do this fast forward. All right, I chose this color, the Glidden brand spread grab and go farm fresh. That's the color. Since it's probably going to be used as a garden cart, maybe flowers, I thought green would be a really good color to go with. So hold on now, I'm going to get something to mix this with. Okay, I got to find something to mix this with. You know, every time I do a video, I tend to forget to put my microphone on. And when my phone was new, I guess I got kind of used to not using a microphone because the microphone on the phone was so good. It picked up everything, and so I just kind of got used to not using it. All right. So this is back on. Let me just check. Yeah. Every time I see the green light, I know that it's on. Plus, I'm losing battery power as we speak. But anyway, I wanted to kind of mix this up and kind of give you an idea what the color would be. I guess I didn't really expect to get this far today. I thought that dismantling of the lights and everything was going to take me a lot longer. So this is the color. Like I said, this paint used to be a lot cheaper. But I'll tell you, for the price, if you went to Lowe's and you got a similar color, you'd probably pay twice as much. Plus, my daughter works at Walmart in the pharmacy department, and we get a discount. So I'm going to get something to put all this in to mix this, and I'm going to give it a little test to see if I really like it. I kind of really do like it. And wiping this down with a little denatured alcohol, and what that'll do is, number one, it'll really clean it. Two, it'll help get any kind of oil that may be on here that may make it be hard for the paint to adhere. I always got to make sure my mic is working. It appears to be working. And what's good about this cleaner, this acetone, it's kind of like acetone, that it dries, it evaporates quickly. My compressor just came back on. Hold on, I'm going to pause. Okay, I got it all wiped down now. I'm going to put this cap back on, and I'm going to give it a good blowing off here. Well, I'm close to getting the first coat on. I have a couple piece sections here that I have to roll on. I'm just going to roll it on initially just for speed, and then I'll probably brush on the rest of it. But it's so dry, it absorbed, you know, it absorbed a lot of the paint first coat. Definitely need a second coat. It's not bleeding through to where like I'd have to put a coat of shellac on it. But I'm very impressed with the color. I didn't think I was going to be, but I'm good with it. Um, and I'm kind of like of the opinion that you know you can repaint it, but it's more time if you don't like the color. But I do. It's okay. I'm satisfied with it. Um, it is a nice fresh color, um, and like I said, it's perfect for what we kind of want to theme this after to sell it. And I'm going to make it for a good price. I'm not going to, price it so high that no one will, consider buying it because it costs me nothing. Cost of goods, nothing, zero. So I'm going to just catch up on this by hand, and my phone battery is waning. So I'm going to get all the nooks and crannies out of this and then finish up this project, because when I'm done, I'm going to seal it with polyurethane to make sure that, because it may get water spilled on it a lot, and I don't want it to ruin the finish. I want it to be able, I don't want it to ruin the finish. I want whoever owns it to be able to clean it up, just wipe it up with a cloth and have it not penetrate into the paint. So be back. I'm going to finish this up a lot, get it past a certain point so it's not boring, and I'm going to clean up the glass, reinstall it. I may put that on fast forward just to show something else on the video, and I'm going to polish up the bottom with just some regular wax and clean up the wheels a little bit. Be back. Well, I got the first coat on. Maybe it doesn't need a second. This paint went on pretty well. Maybe this is a better shot right here. Anyway, this is what it looks like painted. I think it did all right, I think that it's still a little tacky. Up here is a little tacky. I may put a little bit more paint on it before I go in tonight. There's a couple spots I do see I missed. Hold on. Okay, got it. I don't think I would have been able to sleep tonight. I mean, there's a couple spots that I'll have to come out here and just touch up with a smaller brush. But I'll scrape all that paint off the black one. That's metal. I mean, I see a couple spots that, when you kind of step back and look. And I don't want that because, I don't want to see a bare spot or a holiday, as we say in the biz. I don't want to see one of those. I want to see it all completely painted. No bare spots. Because just don't want that. People pay good money, for a job well done. I think taking the lights out was a very good idea. See, I want to hit these spots, because if I don't hit these spots, then I got wet paint tomorrow, and I want to seal this tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to have to give it a second coat. I think it's fine just the way it is. I'll clean up the glass. That's what it looks like without glass. Glass on top, glass on the sides. I painted the trim pieces here. They all had to be painted separately because otherwise, well, there's a couple reasons I took the glass out. Otherwise, might as well left it in and taped up the windows. But this is going to make for a much better job. Anyway, this is this time of the day is not a very good time to see something too. When the sun goes down, it's a little better. And that side dried a lot faster because the sun was on it, of course. But I think it turned out okay. And when these are the panels over here, and they go in. They're kind of dirty. I'm gonna have to really scrub those. And I took that shelf off. I'm not going to put it back on. I decided not to mess with that because I think it looks 100% better. I may get a couple handles and just put on there. I think that's what was on here originally, though. Right here. I think that was on there originally. I think that shelf was put on by someone. So I'll get a couple nice handles and put on there. That way they can move it around. Otherwise, you have to grab it from underneath. And I think the bottom part will look nice with it staying cherry. So there we go. See you in the morning. Okay, here we are next morning. Everything's nice and dry. Everything looks really good. I gotta clean up the bottom just a little bit. Kind of scrub off those wheels because they got a little dirt on them from moving it over here. But all in all, it has turned out really well. The only thing that concerns me is that it doesn't have the glass back in it, but it's a little plain Jane. And so what I plan to do is on this end, put a nice handle on it. Even if it's just decorative, because I think it did have something on it, like right here. There's evidence, and it's not just what was on there, not just that shelf, but you see there's a hole here and one here, and same thing here. It may have had just the handles on it to move it around. It moves very easily. Has locking wheels, but we're going to scrub all those real good. And there's talk also of putting some sort of a decoration on the side, some sort of like one of those transfer type things. I don't want to get too fancy with it, but it does need something. It's going to be a garden cart, you know. Maybe here. Now it also, I can't find it right off that. Oh, here it is. This. Now it's a little dirty. I hate to put it up here, but I will. It's a sign holder, and it goes right in the middle like that. And of course, this will be painted too, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just include it. I'm going to paint it same color. I kind of forgot about it yesterday, but yesterday I did all the trim. I painted all the trim back up, and we'll get the glass after it's cleaned up, put back in, and it has these ceiling panels that are glass as well, and they just sit in there. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the color. I'm satisfied with the color. I wasn't sure because I bought it from Lowe's, but it's pretty cool. It's going to be available on Facebook Marketplace very soon, and I may also put it on eBay because we can have there's local pickup. You can get local pickup with that. I can't imagine someone wanting to ship this, but if they did, it probably cost plenty, but they really must like it. The company my wife looked up last night is CMS. And they don't make this cart anymore. I don't know how old this cart is. They did come with lights. They were manufactured with the cart. So that's fine, but that's not how I'm intending to sell this as. I'm not selling it as for a supermarket, unless a supermarket wants to buy it. I don't care. It doesn't bother me one bit. Everybody's money is green. I think the only thing that I see here that may be wrong with it is that this has gotten kind of swelled. I'm pretty sure this is just veneer on here. It's not solid wood. And it kind of got swelled a little bit, and it's kind of coming over the edge. Whereas the other side, I don't think it is like that, but maybe it is. It is slightly, just slightly. But that was just because that's the way it wore. And I can't fix it. I'm not going to fix it. But the inside, this part here is going to have these panels on it, you know. These black panels. And I hesitate to put one on here, but just for reasons to show. That's what it looks like. And, you know, with all these cleaned up real nice, it will really be, it's going to be a real showpiece, I think. And if we put the right decoration on there, not too gaudy, you know, not too insane, and the right handle, And this veneer down here, this wood, so I think it's a combination. That should polish up really nice. We'll get that nice and shiny. And now you can see the wheel pretty well in the sunlight here. And they're very decorative. They'll clean up real nice. And I think what I'll do is, instead of using the polyurethane I have, I think I'll get a spray can. It's going to be a lot easier, a lot less time consuming. But I need to really spray these areas with a coating because I'm afraid that it will absorb too much water, even though there's a coat of paint on there. But what I like about it is that even though this is a veneer, no, I guess I'm not 100% sure this isn't real wood, but whatever it is, even though it's painted, the wood grain came out in it, which makes it look really sharp. I like that. I didn't expect that. So this is where we're at. I'm going to be coming out in just a little bit. I had a few things I got to do this morning, a couple errands to run, and then I will be back to finish this video up. And once this is all complete and done, ready to go, we'll get it listed and we'll see the finished product. Here's Bob from the 5 Acre Wood. Just trying to keep an update on this garden cart that I'm doing. I think it needs a little something extra to maybe enhance the sail a little bit better. It looks a little plain Jane. The color turned out to be pretty good. I think I'm pretty satisfied with that. It may need a couple of accessories, given the fact that we're selling it as a vendor's garden cart, some event in the spring, even in the summertime and fall. It'd be great. And I think the green color kind of goes along with all those times. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Walking out here, testing with 2 microphones to see how it works with 2 microphones. Will it work? Is it better? Is it worse? Back we go. This is, I ran myself through. What I'm doing here is sorting each piece of the molding according to the number that's already printed on the garden cart. What we're trying to do is figure out which is which here. Whatever this is, it was glued in, this last piece of trim. And I took out 3 pieces instead of just 1. So instead of 4, there's 2, there's 4. So it's not 4, 3, 2. It's okay. 4, 4. This is all 4, and that's 3. So it is number 1 glass. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if it makes a difference. Someone marked it when they built it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park the camera. I'm using my daughter's tripod because mine broke. I broke it. I'm going to turn this around. Hold on. Okay, all the glass is back in. This was a little funky here. Doesn't really fit. I may have to do a little something there. But definitely the glass all went back in without a hitch. I cleaned the glass. It is a damp, nasty, rainy day today. It's about, oh my gosh, it's got to be like only 40 degrees. And yet we had to get done in spite of it, don't we? But I'm in a covered pavilion. Very big. It is crowded with a bunch of stuff, and I'm too embarrassed to turn the camera around and show you how many projects I have behind me, but you probably catch it on certain glimpses. But anyway, what I got to do here, it's very, very weird, because I don't know, it's because the paint has not dried completely because it's outside, or the adherence is good in some places, not others. But I'm not so worried about like out here or something like this, because I can seal this up pretty good out here. What I'm concerned about is when someone uses this at, say, wherever they go to have like a farmer's market or something like that, there are these panels, and I have one right here, and I was going to clean them up. I was even going to give them a coat of paint, but I'm not going to now. Anyway, they go in like this, and they fit everywhere along there. What I'm concerned about is where it touches. Now, here it touches on this, which is actually metal, and this is wood. And what I'm afraid of is that when they take this off, it's going to scrape the paint off. By virtue of it touching right there. Where it touches, I want to put some sort of a felt pad. Kind of sticks on real good. Maybe the whole thing I'll do, I don't know. But whatever the case, I'm going to make sure that it can take the abuse. Wherever it sits, like I have it one right here, one back here, wherever it needs it. And that way, boom, it goes on and off, and it takes the abuse of daily use of all daily back and forth. Now, while it's been out here, I'm sure, look, I can tell, like a little dirty bird got me right here. I have to clean that up. But as you can see, the glass is still damp. Nothing I can do about it. It probably will just stay damp. There is top glass. I haven't cleaned them yet, but I'm going to put those in, and that will help, guard from dust. But I'm going to cover this up, and we're going to get this on Facebook Marketplace. We thought about putting it on eBay too, as like a local pickup or something like that. But you're probably not going to sell it on eBay as fast as you would in Facebook Marketplace. On the other hand, Facebook Marketplace, you're not going to get the price that you might ask, and I haven't decided that yet. But so far, so good. I'm satisfied the way it looks. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to work on putting handles on here. I'm going to go look for some handles. Okay, all glass is back in. Top glass is back in. Tomorrow it's supposed to be nice and sunny and drier and warmer. I know I said I was going to get the handles, but I decided to put the glass back in. It may need a little bit more polishing. It's just not a good day to clean glass. But the glass inside looks good. I think everything will be all right. The glass does not wiggle back and forth. It's tight.
Here's the big buckle. I'm going to loosen this whole section so I can trim this.
So anyway, it's good. Everything's good. The only thing I got to get, like I said, I got to get the felt pads for this, which is just going to be stick-on ones that you get from like a craft store or something like that. And then clean up those black panels that are over here. Clean those up a little bit. Okay, that wraps up this video on the garden cart. Everything turned out pretty much as I expected. It's going to go on Facebook Marketplace and on eBay. I haven't decided on any price, but we did put on these handles, and that does it. So thanks for watching. If you liked this video, if you like what you saw, and you went through this whole entire thing and put up with me for this long, please give me a thumbs up, hit the bell, share the video with those on your social media, and please subscribe. Thanks again. See you on the next video. Pictures to follow.